Svetlana, the firefly in the room.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year to every single one of you. Let's all hope this year will be something very different like day and night from the previous one, and will be filled with laughter, magical moments, adventures and awesome health, right? And today guys, we will have a repotting and also Q&A because I asked you to ask me some questions on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, and you guys received and so many colorful questions with very different themes, so it will be so much fun to answer those questions while reporting some of my very special plants. Today we'll be reporting some of those plants from my very special unboxing, and I cannot wait to see the root systems. I cannot wait to give you full updates and just hang out together. So without further ado, let's go straight into reporting because we have some business to do, right? And also we'll be chatting while doing so. So let's prepare and do that. Alright guys, so here is my table. Let's go and do probably the first one, which will be most likely a lot of work because it is growing in sphagnum moss and it's root bound already, so this is the time for it to be repotted. And I'm talking about my Syngonium Podophylum albo. Really beautiful plant. I'm so excited about it. Finally the newest leaf is starting to harden out, and I think this is the perfect time to repot it before he starts to push another leaf, because guys, look at those roots. They already started to go round and round in the bottom of this glass. I'm so sorry if my voice will be going somewhere else because it's been a heck of a new year, guys. Actually, I invited my mom and my fiance invited his best friend, so we were celebrating only 4 of us. My sister went actually to my grandma so she wouldn't be alone as well. So it was really fun to hang out all together, you know, and combine those two very different worlds, you know. My family and my boyfriend's, my fiance's best friend came along, so it was so fun. Oh my gosh, look at it. Look at that root in the bottom. So anyway, so I hope you had awesome New Year as well. We actually even talked my mom into playing beer pong, which was so fun. I was on a team with my mom and my fiance was with his friend, and we actually were doing amazing. I'm actually really good at shooting or, you know, playing something where you need to have, you know. Anyway, I'm really good at beer pong, guys. So it was fun. Okay, this is already getting difficult. So without further ado, let's maybe start with some questions, right? Okay, Destiny actually is asking, what tattoos do you have and do you want to get more? Oh, that's a fun question. I have 2 tattoos for now. Okay, actually both of my tattoos I draw myself, the picture. So this is the first one. It says forever together. It was our thing with my fiance when we started dating. We actually did these tattoos after maybe half a year of dating, which is, I know, it's insane right now. While think about it, I want to laugh so hard, but when we were young, we actually thought that we will stay forever together. And every single day while we were chatting via messages, you know, while being at school, because we were in different schools, we would also end our days with messages like forever together, right? And he was like forever together. And that somehow became our signature phrase. So when we were thinking about having a matching tattoos, because why not, right? We thought why not to use this phrase, because at that moment it was really special for us. So we did. So I drew this whole picture in one of my school notebooks. I was actually in 11th year of school, I think. Actually, the tattoo artist did not want to make us these tattoos, and he said, if you ever change your mind, right, you can always come to me and I for free will color those hearts, because in those hearts I have A for Agnius and my fiance have S for Svetlana, obviously, right? But he laughs, it also can be like Superman, right? Okay, this is already taking me a long time, right? And this is another one. This is a Scarab. even though a lot of you think this is Firefly or just a bee, even some of you think it's a bee, it's actually a scarab that I also drew myself on my sketchbook. And this is a sister tattoo that we decided to get with my sister on her 20th birthday, I think. So this was my present for her, and we did. And fun story, while getting these tattoos, my fiance were with us, you know, filming us and stuff. And at the very end, while my sister was getting tattoo because she was getting it after myself, so I already got the tattoo, right? My fiance just, you know, out of nowhere were like, do you have some time space for a third tattoo? And tattoo artist was like, but this is a sister's tattoo. When me with my sister were laughing so hard because this was our thing, you know. But he got it as well. So right now Agnius is my fiance slash sister. So yeah, fun story. And I actually am planning on getting the third one. And the third one I want to get in honor of my dad. Actually, when we were celebrating some kind of event, I'm not even sure, maybe it was somebody's birthday or something, we were chatting and talking about tattoos, and he said that he really wanted a tiger tattoo because it was a sign of his group from the army. I'm not sure how you call it, but he was in some kind of group that had a tiger symbol, you know, in it, and he wanted that symbol on his body somewhere. And you know, I got it in my mind. I thought maybe someday to surprise him with, you know, a coupon for a tattoo, but I never managed to do so. So I think right now I will do it for him, but instead of getting, you know, that direct symbol of tiger, I will remake it a little bit differently, and I'll actually insert a picture over here what I am planning to get. So this is a tiger mama or papa with a baby. I would be that baby and that tiger would be my dad. Let me know what you think. Is it cute? Because I think that would be awesome. But anyway, so yeah, I answered this in 8 minutes. Oh my gosh. So this video will be long, guys. Get some snacks or drinks. I'm really trying not to talk too much. Maybe other questions will be a little bit shorter, but yeah. So that's about the tattoos. Actually, out of my head, I remember that a lot of you were asking about my channel's name, because I know it's a little bit different than from other plantubers, right? So actually, when I was thinking about my channel's name, I knew I don't want it to be my name, because my name is kind of difficult, you know, it's not the easy one. Svetlana Yemelyanova wouldn't be easy to find for you guys, right? So I thought I need some kind of nickname. And I started to think, okay, I want my channel to be about nature, and I also want to be somehow about myself, right? Because I'll be on this channel. So my name Svetlana actually means light. So when I was, you know, thinking about it, I wanted to combine my love for nature and also light. So I thought, okay, nature, light, what? Oh wait, there is a bug that is lighting, but it's also from nature, so Firefly, right? And at the same time, fireflies were always so magical for me. I actually never seen one in person. I'm not even sure if they are here in Lithuania at all, to be honest. But my dream is to see a firefly at least once in my lifetime. But yeah, so I thought, okay, firefly works perfectly, but only one firefly is just a little bit boring, right? Since I will be filming my videos in a room, let's make the firefly in the room. And here we are. I'm actually not sure if I named this channel correctly in English, because in the room, should it be in a room? I was always so considering, you know, not to fail in this part, but I think this is a unique name and I love it and I stand by it. So that's how I became Firefly, you know, right now. So I hope that makes sense. I almost finished taking out all of this moss. Look at those beautiful roots, so cool. Let's get to another question. And Kat is asking, how old is Rocky? Rocky is actually 3 years old. His birthday was in October 30th. So yeah, so he's 3 years old and a couple months plus. So yeah, 3 years old. My, you know, young teenager, as I like to call it. May Frost is asking, I have a question. What was the funniest thing you have experienced with a plant or plant purchase? And oh my gosh, hands down, probably the funniest things about plants are my houseplant rescues from the streets, from the garbage containers. Because whenever I find a plant, I always feel a little bit quirky and dorky, you know, while taking stuff from the garbage containers. But all in all, I think the funniest one was when I was carrying 2 meters tall, taller than me, Pachiro palm from pretty far away from my apartment building. So it was almost looking like probably some nut lady who is thinking she is a ninja or something and trying to hide behind a tree. I mean, it was hilarious, and the most hilarious part was to see my fiance's face when I tried to push this tree inside our doorway in apartment out of nowhere, just from walking outside. He wasn't happy about it, let's just put it that way. Alright, so I mixed some soil and let's pot this baby up. I have some pots prepared. Okay, this Syngonium will go into this beautiful terracotta pot. This is from Kelly. She's asking, do DC or Marvel, who is your favorite superhero or villain? And oh my gosh, I was thinking about this question all night long. This is probably the most difficult question somebody ever asked me. If you don't know, I am such a geek. I love superheroes, I love everything about them, I love villains and all of those beautiful stories. And when I needed to decide DC or Marvel, oh my gosh, I don't know. I actually have favorites on both sides. So most likely maybe 60% Marvel and 40% DC. Please don't come for me for that. But I love both. Actually, when I was thinking about my favorite superhero, I just didn't know because I love so many of them. But most likely, probably the most symbolic would be Batman. Sorry for sound of walking. Rocky came to visit us. Because me and my dad used to watch Batman series when I was a kid, and you know, it was that old school Batman with those hilarious costumes. But yeah, I loved the series and my dad would always hang out with me. But I also love so many. I love Guardians of Galaxy. Oh my gosh, I love Superman, I love Spider-Man, I love everything. And probably my favorite would be... I don't know what would be my favorite, but my favorite villain, hands down, would be Loki. I'm not sure if you can call him a villain right now, since, you know, his most recent come-ups, but yeah, he would be my favorite one. Hands down, I love him, but yeah. I hope it answered your question, because I did not get the direct answer for you, I'm so sorry. I'm really indecisive. I'm always on the side of the losers, to be honest. Whenever we are watching some kind of game with my fiance or something, I always am on the side of those who are losing, because I just feel so bad for them. And whenever I see that so many people are, you know, on a side of some kind of team, for example, I will be voting for the opposite one, because somebody needs to vote for them as well. So that doesn't explain anything. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's get to another one. Alright, so Green Thumb is asking, Doggo question here. Does Rocky like to chew on toys? What sort of toys are his favorite? And my little pitbull Emma says hi to Rocky. She loves watching him in your videos, lol. Hi Emma, that's so sweet. But oh yes, he loves toys. Every single ball you can find will get him, you know? He loves balls. Nothing specific, but balls, branches, his favorite, hands down. Okay, so we are done with this beautiful Syngonium. Just look how cool it looks in the spot, all grown up, ready for, you know, his adult life. Not a cutting anymore, but a full bud grown plant. So proud of him, love him. Let's keep him in the frame because he looks fabulous. Ooh, I don't know why it's him, but this is him, okay? Okay. Olaf is asking, Happy New Year, Svetlana, Rocky and Agnius. Happy New Year, Olaf. I have a question. Would you ever consider visiting other plant apiarians in Lithuania and doing home tours? And I actually was thinking about it not that long ago, but I never felt too confident about it, to be honest, because first off, still Corona going on, you know, I do not want to put some people on pressure, you know, because I wanna come and film their plants, but maybe anytime soon that would be fun. Hit me up if you are in Lithuania and you want to hang out and talk about plants and film some plant tours. But yeah, I would. Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed to offer somebody that I will come and film your plants tour, you know, and just come with my regular cell phone with no, you know, cool equipment, and you know, I just feel like a little dork with that. So maybe that's only me, but once again, hit me up. What do you use for fertilizer? I can't believe how well your found plants rehab. Also, are your plants under grow lights? How many hours a day? Thank you, God bless you. Thank you for the question. Okay, so many questions. I use only one grow light. It's Plant Spectrum 32. Plant Spectrum 32. I have a discount code. I can leave it in my description box down below. Love this lamp, wouldn't change it for anything, and it's only one lamp that is enough for this whole space, so amazing, right? And for fertilizer, I have this light on for at least from 8 to 10 hours daily. I mean, it would be on right now, but since I'm filming, I do not want to have, you know, that a little bit weird lighting situation. But anyway, so yeah. And fertilizer, nothing special actually. Honestly, I use the one for the orchids. I know that they mostly are for blooming, but all of my plants love them. All of these plants are fertilized with orchid fertilizers, and they seem to love it. Not blooming, but growing for sure. Sherry is asking, do you have any plant regrets? Perhaps a plant that died early in your plant journey, or a plant you acquired that didn't bring you joy or the one that was too much of a diva. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year, Sherry. I have so many, to be honest. Probably my two biggest regrets are the ones who died, and I really did not want them to die. They were so special for me. One of those is my huge palm that I bought when we started to live in this apartment with my fiancé as a grown-ups, you know, as a couple. And another one is my rescued Echinopsis cactus that I rescued from the outside of my apartment building. And it was enormous. It was so big, so old. It was at least maybe 20 years old, hands down. And it was gorgeous, but it died on me. And I was so sad. I cried. I'll be honest, guys, I cried when it died on me. So yeah, that's probably my biggest regrets. Definitely. Okay. How do you style your plant shelves? Any tips? What I do, I paint on my pots, I put some random knickknacks. I love to use some tiny bottles, from example Jack Daniels. Don't ask. But yeah, I just love to make them look magical. I'm a big nerd for witchy movies, for Harry Potter movies, and not for, you know, dark things like magic and stuff. I just love the vibe. I just love how they look like, and just the whole aesthetic is really beautiful for me when it's, you know, cramped with random stuff. So I just like to put random stuff that I thrift or I paint, or... Is it helpful? I just like it to look artsy, cramped with random stuff, but at the same time it looks all in places. Does it make sense? Like, you know, random relish dish and German Shepherd sculpture and more tiny bottles. I don't even know how to call this. If you could travel anywhere in the world and money wasn't a problem, where would you go first and why? Oh my gosh, I have so many in my mind, but first off, look at that. So beautiful, right? Cannot wait for it to grow and go crazy on me. Anyway, so where would I go? I would go to Mexico or Mexico. I really love their culture. I love the cactus possibilities, if you know what I mean. So many beautiful succulents, the weather gorgeous. I love the food, I love the plants, I love the whole thing. So Mexico, then I would go to Italy, and then I would go to United States. Everywhere. Another question. Don't mean to sound negative. When it will be enough is enough plants. Love your positivity. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Sophie. So I actually received this question a lot, and a lot of you are asking, okay, this is not something negative, but Since I tend to rescue houseplants, since I tend to buy houseplants, where do I put them, right? And what happens when I run out of space? So, to be honest, right now, where you see the space, right? I can touch the wall, right? So this is not a big space in here. And in this whole space is like 80% of my collection. So I don't go that crazy as you might think. I mean, if you will look into my videos, at least couple last months were the ones that I almost did not buy any plants. I most randomly buy some small plants like this one. Cute. You know what? I just sell them or I give them to my friends and my family. Just a couple days ago before New Year's, I actually sold my philodendron Florida because one lady really wanted it and I was like, oh, what the heck, I'm really not a big fan of this one because I just couldn't get, you know, to love this plant somehow. So I sold it to the lady who was really excited about it. And why to keep a plant just for numbers or names if you really don't enjoy it? So what I do, I find new homes for them. Easy peasy. It's always never-ending cycle, you know, buying plants, selling plants, giving them. Some plants obviously are dying. Actually, my peace lily domino died and my beautiful aglaonema died, and I was so sad, but at the same time it's a life cycle, we're still learning, right? I am not a pro by any means, so it is what it is. Not all plants survive in my collection, and if they do, it's awesome. If they don't, it is what it is, you know? Okay, right now I'm thinking which pot should I use for this allocation. Okay, this one will be too big. Yeah, okay. Next question. Is there any particular reason you keep your hair long? I keep mine long, but I think it's just because my grandmother and great-grandmother had very long hair. My mom kept hers short though. And actually there is no particular reason, I just find it sexy. I mean, no offense for any ladies who rock the short haircuts. I mean, my mom all her life had short hair and every single time she would surprise me with some cool haircuts. She's, you know, that punk lady who used to have different hair colors every single week, and I was hands down all for it, but at the same time I myself find that I look the best with long hair. Nothing too special. Oh my gosh, look at this allocation. Right now I am reporting this allocation, by the way. Cool allocation, right? That is variegated. Look at it. Something I was so mad at my hair because I just could not brush them anymore. They were so frizzy. So what I did, I just stood in my mirror, in front of my mirror, and I just cut my long hair that were lower than my butt till here. You needed to see the face of my mom when she come home from work and sees that my hair is gone. Nowhere to be found. It was fun. Fun day. How did you get Rocky and how did you meet your fiancé? Oh, that's two pretty long stories. So let's start from fiancé. I actually was 17 at that time, and I was in a very strict household. I wasn't allowed to go in the parties. I wasn't allowed to be for a really long time outside. I needed to be home by 7 every single year until I was 17. So it was pretty strict household, right? And finally, I remember when I was 17, look at that. So gorgeous, so cute. It actually looks like soon it will push out a new leaf. So really for it. Oh. So yeah, so when I was 17, I asked my mom if I can celebrate New Year's with my classmate at that time, and I said that we both will be alone, we'll, you know, just hang out, drink some champagne and celebrate New Year's. And my mom did, but I did not tell my mom at that time that it will be a full-on party, you know, classic, right? So I was at that party, and in that party I met a guy called Kazis. And we hit it up, you know, we danced all night long, we just hang out, it was fun. And I remember that night he was like, you know, soon is my good friend's birthday, maybe you wanna go together there and hang out. And I felt so good. This was the first time somebody I didn't really know invited me to a party. I felt like a rock star. And I was like, heck yeah, let's do this, you know. The biggest problem was that I did not know anybody at this party except one girl that was at this New Year's party that I also met for only once. So I said, okay, let's do this. And I remember I sent him the money for the present. I bought whole outfit for myself, beautiful pink skirt and stuff, you know. And I remember when it was day till this birthday, he wrote me a message that he won't be able to come, but I still can come. And I was like, dude, I do not know anybody at this party, how I just can come and hang out? But you know what? I did. I was like, oh my gosh, I already paid the money for the present and, you know, drinks and snacks. I have the whole outfit. My mom already let me go, so let's flip and do this. Not the smartest thing, so if any young teenagers are watching, I wouldn't do that again. But you know what? It turned out to be the cool party. All of the people were so friendly, and that was Agnius' birthday party, so he was that friend. So when Kazis did not come with me to hang out, I started to hang out with Agnius, and the rest is the history. So yeah, and 3 years ago we were actually already living here for years, and I really wanted puppy. Never ever in my life I had a dog, and I felt like I really want one. I felt so ready for it, and I was talking about dogs with my fiancé for such a long time. At the time he was my boyfriend. And you know what, one day I come back home from hanging out at my parents, and my boyfriend is filming me, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? It was Christmas season, it was November, and I remember he comes to me and says, I have a present prepared for you, go and search for it in home. And I remember coming and smelling so much perfume, and I was so freaked out because why do you need to put so much perfume? But he was hiding a smell of a dog. Right now I know, right? But I came into this room and he says, somewhere over here. And Rocky was such a teeny tiny potato, guys. He was so small and he was so scared. Agnius actually had music playing, so I would not hear Rocky. Not too loud, don't worry, right? And I remember that moment. I looked behind that long palm I was talking with you in the beginning of this video, that huge 2-meter palm, right? And there is this tiny little potato. We actually have it on film. I'll try to look it up and maybe insert it in this video, but it was the happiest day in my life, guys. I was crying and sobbing, and it was ugly, guys. I was so crying, and yeah, so you can tell that I found him under Christmas tree technically, right? But it was a present, but at the same time I just feel like we were really ready for it, and it wasn't that, you know, random present that you get rid of a couple of years later. No, he's my baby, he's my pride and joy, and this is how we met. Under a tree. Anyway, so last plant is actually the largest one that I want to repot, so let's maybe put a couple of these aside, because I have this beautiful philodendron scandens, right? Heart leaf philodendron, in other words, and he really needs to be repotted because he is just growing everywhere and he needs a trellis. So I actually do not have a trellis, but I have this cool branch I found outside. Look at it, how cool is that? So many, you know, tiny pieces where he can grab and hold. I think it will work, right? So let's replant it into this beautiful terracotta pot and answer another question. Okay, Steve, or yeah, I've killed that, is asking, as you accumulate more plants, do you find yourself forgetting the names of the ones you have for years? Yup. If you've been watching my videos for a long time right now, you will notice how bad I am with names, even though I really am trying to, you know, do full-on research and know the name, learn the stories behind these plants and what they love. But sometimes it's a little bit difficult, because for those people, for example, who love only begonias or some kind of aroids, right, it's so much more easier, I think, because, you know, they have that specific genus that they just learn all about. And I am not that person. I actually love everything, and as you can tell from my background, I have so many aroids, I have so many cacti and succulents and random plants, so sometimes I really find it difficult to remember everything. So, heck yes. Okay, let's see what we're dealing with. So this is a plant that I got from lost a leaf. So this is a plant that I got from a grocery store. It was for a couple euros only, and I was such a proud person to find it in a grocery store. Wow, yeah, really long branches. So I'll try somehow to uncurl them because they have really funny shape. So Coffee Cats Plants 8 is asking, if you could switch lives with anyone for one day, who would it be and why? From any time period, real or fictional? Oh my gosh, this is such a good question, and it's so much more difficult when you say that it could be fictional. Oh my gosh. Okay, so at first I was thinking I would love to switch for one day with some astronaut that is in space at this moment right now, right? Because I really love space things. I love movies about space. So I think it would be so cool just to be for one day in that space, in some kind of spaceship, and, you know, feel and relive all of those adventures and those feelings when you don't have gravity and stuff like that. So I thought that would be really cool. But also, if it could be fictional, oh my gosh, I probably would like to be Aquaman and swim in the middle of the ocean and see how life is going on in there and how different everything is, most likely. Yeah, that would be my question. Okay, that came out really quickly into my mind. That is surprising me. Okay guys, I actually will be reusing the swell because it's pretty good, and why the heck not? I will just mix it up with some new one and let's go. Which window sun exposure would you choose if you could? North, east, south or west? Most likely south. Since I don't have too much space, I really need the maximum I can get. And plus, me myself, I love sunlight. When I was living at my parents' apartment, I had a south-facing window and I loved it because I need some like batteries for myself. It's probably funny and weird, but I really feel so inspired whenever I see sunlight. Maybe because it's not that often to see sunlight in here for at least half a year right now in this dark season. I'm really kinda north. I don't know if you googled Lithuania, but we are in the northeast of Europe, so you know we do not get too much sun right now, which is so difficult for me, to be honest, not only for filming videos but also for living and creating, you know, and being inspired to do something and not just lay on the couch. So yeah, most likely south, hands down. Okay, how do we feel about this? How do we feel about this? I think it should work. Huh? Hopefully you still can see something. Because if not, I'm so sorry, guys. I really tried to wait for a sunnier day, but I want to upload this video today, so we're working right now, guys, with what we have. And we lost one leaf. Oh no. Okay, Anna asks, hi Svetlana, if you had to leave your flat urgently, you can only grab one plant out of your collection. Rocky is already out safe with Agnius. Which would it be and why? And which plant would you run past and leave behind? Oh my gosh, that would be probably the hardest choice of my life once again. Oh my gosh, I'm not even sure, to be honest. Most likely I would grab this philodendron xanadu I just got for Christmas from my sister because it's sentimental right now, right? And also it's really beautiful and old, and that's what I love about things. So most likely this philodendron xanadu. I know she gifted me more plants like this variegated monstera you cannot see in the background right now, but I don't know, I am more into big plants than variegated ones. And I would leave so many plants behind, to be honest. It wouldn't be that important for me like some of my sansevierias, because they're so common and I can find more of these everywhere, right? Or some of my cacti. Easy, really easy, not the hardest. The hardest would be which one to pick. Maybe I could sneak back up again with some firefighters and said, guys, we gotta do this. We gotta get more plants, trust me. It's for the good thing. For the good purpose, right? Okay, some of you, actually a couple of you, were asking me about my Vlogmas intro song and if Agnius was singing the song. First off, nope, it wasn't Agnius, it's a song from the internet. I actually, whenever upload a video, and if you hear any kind of music in my video, I always leave the names of artists and that song in my description box below, so you can always go ahead and check it out. So once again, I will leave that name in my description box and maybe in my comments, so you can go ahead and check it out. It's a really beautiful song. I loved it myself as well, so that's why I chose it, because it felt so special. I think we are fine. Right now I want to put these branches on this branch. Okay, let's start from this one. What do you think about my choice of this branch? I think this will look beautiful, almost like a real life tree, isn't it? So cute. Boom, beautiful. And after putting all those branches on this branch, I hope the leaves will finally get a little bit bigger in this plant. Okay, Catherine is asking, what are some good plants to buy when they are tiny and inexpensive, then grow into big plants that would be too expensive to buy? I mean, if we're talking about, for example, United States, I would definitely talk about RYYZN. They are so inexpensive when we are talking about some branches or leaves even to buy, right? But when they reach to be a full plant, it's crazy in there, you know? I actually bought my RYYZN for, I think, 8 euros or 11 euros, something around that price tag, in a grocery store. And it wasn't something too crazy, but when I showed it in my videos, you people went nuts, because it is really expensive in United States at this moment. So probably that would be the one that I would recommend. I don't know. You know, I never buy plants for price tag. I buy them for beautiful foliage or cool blooms or awesome potatoes. So I don't know, you be the judge, you know? Okay, we have the last branch. I just love how it all turns out. Oh my gosh. Just right now I need to hope this branch will stay up. And oh my gosh, it's already kind of too small for this plant. This is not cool. Not cool at all. Okay, we are done. Wow, look at this. Look at that. Huh? How cool that looks right now, right? Oh my gosh, okay, I'm really happy about it. Only 4 branches, but just going nuts. Alright, and that probably will finish up today's video. It's a long one. We have almost an hour of footage. I think I answered almost all of the questions, which is insane, so you're welcome. But anyway, guys, this is where I will leave you. It's getting so dark and I have so much stuff to do, so thank you so much for hanging out with me for so long. And before leaving you, let me teach you another language lesson. Okay, and since at the very end we were talking about songs, right, let me teach you how to say song in Lithuanian and in Russian. So if you want to say song in Lithuanian, you need to say daina. Once again, daina. And also if you want to say song in Russian, you need to say песня. Once again, песня. And this is it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this long and chatty video, but I had so much fun answering your questions. I hope you enjoyed my answers as well. Let me know how do you feel about them. Maybe you have any more comments or answers needed, or any questions or anything. Let's hang out in the comment section down below. And have a nice rest of the weekend and a cool and easy start of the next week. And hopefully till the next time. Bye!